Okay. Hello, good evening. Can you hear?
Hello, good evening. Let me just place my phone correctly.
Yeah, please, surely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all fine.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. So finally we have the moment. Finally we have you guys. All that you've been waiting for so far. Palak di kahan hai? Palak Muchhal kahan hai? Yahan hai? Here she is right now. So the excitement is, I think, doubled up right now at the moment. First of all, tell me, Payal, Palak, this lockdown, it's actually, getting into the nerves of everyone. And, abhi bahut time ho gaya. It's actually, I mean, testing our patience. You
Yes.
said somewhere, I think, ek din ya do din pehle, you said somewhere that, that you're getting very innovative in your cooking during this lockdown. So I want to know I'm very interested to know what is the menu that is being made in your house? What are the stuff that you're cooking? What are the delicacies that you're enjoying? Jiske wajah se you said that.
So yes, that's true because I'm trying to indulge into all the activities that I always wanted to do but couldn't find time for. So one of them is cooking, and me being
Yeah,
a ladki, I
yeah,
love cooking.
yeah.
I love spending time in the kitchen. So my mom has assigned different duties to different family members, and that's how I've got preparing dinner as my duty.
Yeah.
So I really enjoy it, and I recently made KAIRI ka panna. Then I'm making dal bati. Then I'm making gatte ki sabzi, and
सुन के ही मुंह में पानी आ रहा है अभी क्या करें What else did you make? Anything else?
baki I've in fact asked Palkins to send me recipes so that I can try
Yeah,
them because I'm
yeah,
curious. तो वेज
yeah.
में जितने हैं नए नए इंग्रेडिएंट्स के साथ नए नए अमेलगमेशंस आई एम ट्राइंग या
I think it's wonderful, because once a foodie, always a foodie. So you just need that, little bit of time for yourself so that you can experiment and get some food going in over there. But I must tell you something that you have had this fascinating journey and you have had support and encouragement from some of the stalwarts of the industry. And you know whom I'm talking about. I'm talking about none other than Salman sir. Not everybody is blessed, and I'm pretty sure he has spotted that talent in you, which is why he has supported you and gone ahead with all the encouragement that he's given. But I might be wrong in this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I read somewhere that you were introduced to Salman sir by surprise. You didn't know that you were meeting him for the first time, right?
yeah
So when you actually met that time, cut to your relation with him right now, how has it changed over the years, and where does it stand right now?
yeah you rightly said so when I was he was the first person I met with after coming to Mumbai
Yeah,
and
and I think that's wonderful. I mean, that's like, I mean, that's the luckiest thing one can ever get. So God bless you with that.
and I was prepared to do struggle. I was prepared to go to offices and make producers and directors and music directors hear my voice.
Yeah.
But I knew Rumi Jafri uncle, who's a famous writer
Yeah.
and
Yeah. And he's very dear to Salman sir.
one of his best friends. So he told me that Palak, मैं तुम्हें किसी से मिलवाना चाहता हूँ, so तुम आके स्टूडियो आ जाओ. And मुझे लगा कोई म्यूजिक डायरेक्टर होंगे maybe. So मैं वहाँ गई and then I met Salman sir and of course I was really happy to see him. Everybody सभी उनके fan हैं. So was I as an artist, as an actor.
Yeah.
But the difference is that now I know him much more as a person and
Yeah.
उनके बारे में जानते हैं उससे कई ज्यादा गुना बड़ा दिल है उनका
Yeah.
so yeah, I truly feel blessed to have known him as a person. So, yeah.
I think it's wonderful, and I think it's like the right kind of talent meeting the right kind of people. I think that is the perfect union that you had. When you got to meet Salman sir, and which is why I think it has worked wonders for you, and we are very happy about that. You have achieved this interesting feat and record where your name was registered in Limca Book of Records, your name was registered in Guinness. So there was one fan who wanted to know, and she asked me out here, ki, what do you remember? What is like your memory from there? And do you remember the date? Do you remember the exact year? Do you remember the exact moment when that happened? Or just tell us a bit about that entire thing.
I think Limca book was the year 2001 and
Yeah.
Guinness 2002. The precise date though, but I'm really happy about the reason why my name was included there.
Yeah.
Because obviously जितने भी आपको awards मिलते हैं या जितने भी encouragements मिलते हैं वो तो important है ही. But मेरे
Absolutely.
this है that's a part of my existence. That's the reason for my existence, I believe. So I got my name included in Guinness for being the youngest donor, and to be able to donate, to be able to raise funds through my art itself was I think it's the greatest blessing that I have. So yeah, I'm happier about that.
And I'm pretty sure your fans are happy as well, which is why they wanted to know more about it. But it's something very difficult because and correct me if I'm wrong. These information ये मुझे मेरी टीम ने बताया यहाँ पे, तो कुछ गलत अगर हो गया तो मुझे माफ कर देना. But मुझे बताया गया है कि अगर आप सिंगर नहीं होती, if you were not a singer, you would have been a cardiac surgeon. Is
Yeah,
that true?
that's true.
They're like poles apart from each other. Huh? One is like ekdam creative field, and another thing is like hardcore science and biology and everything. And usually you don't see the blend of both in one individual. I mean, we don't get to see that too often. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen ever, but we don't get to see that too often. So they're like poles apart from each other. So what was your experience and what were you exactly up to during your school days or college days, which made you feel you would have been that, if not a singer?
The reason is not my academics. Actually, I've been a very good student, though. I'm sorry if I'm sounding pompous.
No, no, you're just revealing your facts. It's not sounding pompous at all, please.
I always managed to score good marks, and I also managed to be in the merit list also in my boards. So I was a good
Yeah.
student.
Yeah.
I am with my studies still. I am doing PhD in international business. But the reason why I wanted to become a cardiac surgeon was my mission, because जब भी एक बच्चे का ऑपरेशन होता था, सर्जरी होती थी,
Yeah.
अभी भी बहुत बार मैं
Yeah.
में मौजूद हूँ. तो डॉक्टर अंकुर वुड इन अ फनी वे टेल मी कि वो मुझे सब कुछ एक्सप्लेन भी करते थे कि यहाँ से ऐसा होता है, ये इक्विपमेंट है,
Right.
जो है मुझे अलाउड होता है, और मेरे साइज की एक ड्रेस भी हर हॉस्पिटल में मौजूद होती थी.
Right.
टेल मी कि तुम अभी आधी डॉक्टर तो बनी गई हो. सो वहाँ डेवलप हुआ, और मुझे लगता है कि अगर मैं सिंगल नहीं होती तो मैं कार्डियक सर्जन होती.
I think it's wonderful. I mean, these stories are something which a lot of fans don't know. I mean, some people obviously will know, but some people don't know. So I think it's a wonderful medium to discuss all this stuff because Palak Muchhal, the singer, everybody knows. But I think these not so revealed facts are certain things which everybody would love to know and hear. You mentioned that if not a singer, you would have been that. It's an artistic field. It's a field of art. There's a lot of questions about the certainty of that field. There's a lot of uncertainties involved. There are a lot of insecurities involved whenever you're trying something which is like, say, I would say out of the box. I mean, singing, acting, and all these are very out of the box stuff. You need a lot of guts to actually go forward with that, and take your passion forward as a career. A lot of people, and I think a lot of people are unable to do that because that point of decision where you need to make कि नहीं अगर ये मेरा passion है, this is only what I'm going to take forward. A lot of people fail to do that because they don't get that guts. You obviously got that guts, which is why you took it forward. I want to know, Palak, कि which was that moment when the first time you felt कि नहीं ये passion अगर मेरा है इसको I can actually turn it into a career.
I think it might sound a little unbelievable, but I decided to become a playback singer when I was 4 years old. And I was pretty
4 years.
yeah, and I didn't
Wow.
have preparing for it also
Yeah.
because I come from a Marwari family, so there was no connection with music whatsoever.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
Mom was very helpful and supportive. So she found out all the teachers for me. I started learning Urdu for my pronunciations to be clear. So that's
Yeah.
serious in my
Yeah.
preparation. Then I would come to Mumbai once a month or twice a month to get trained in classical music from my Guruji. So yes, my preparation had begun then. So I always wanted to become a playback singer, and more than a career, I knew that. So I never took it only as a career, because for me it was such a strong medium to actually save lives, and I realized at a very young age. I was so happy because I remember the first time I collected money. That was for Kargil soldiers. I thought that I have a superpower because a 6-year-old managed to collect 25,000 rupees just in 2 days by just going from shop to shop and asking them कि मैं गाना सुनाती हूँ उसके बदले आप
That's
donation please.
heroic in its own right. That's heroic in its own right.
For me, it's never been limited to only a profession or a career. It's been more.
I think the pros that you have had, in your life till now, from that young age and that tender age, where a lot of people are just enjoying their childhood. I'm not saying that you did not enjoy your childhood, but then at that certain point of time, मुझे तो ये इतना कुछ नहीं सूझा at that point of time. I was not that serious. नहीं, I want to become this. I realized pretty late what I want to become. But I think I mean, you must get the credit for that. Yeah, at that kind of a tender age, you decided and you got that. I mean, it's not easy. 25,000 when you were a 6-year-old, yeah, I mean, girl. I think it's not easy at all. And I think these wonderful things have taken forward as a chain, which has resulted in, turning out to be whatever you are today. And it's wonderful, I mean, when you get to hear this stuff, but you said and you mentioned very correctly that you did not have a background which was very familiar to music. I mean, I don't think anybody in your family was associated with music in any way. So here comes this girl who's very young, 3 years old, 4 years old, and suddenly she wants to communicate to her parents and the near and dear ones that I want to learn music.
Yeah.
So what was the reaction at that point of time? Because no, अगर culture रहता है घर पे, everybody throughout generations people have learned music, it's different. But for someone like you, जहाँ पे किसी ने सीखा नहीं है, and suddenly a young girl comes up to her parents and wants to tell them that I want to learn music and take it forward. Were they surprised? Were they happy? What was the reaction? Do you remember anything?
Yeah, I do. In fact, it didn't yeah, it didn't come to them that in that subtle way. Because I'm a shock. I remember 1.5, and there was this family function going on, and everybody was doing something on stage. We have these big Marwari weddings. So it was my chacha's wedding.
Yeah.
And I told my mom that I also want to go to the stage and do something. So she thought that I would, probably recite a poem, or I would dance or do some silly kiddish stuff.
Yeah.
I went to the stage and I sang "Challi Sajni Ab Kya Soche," which is Lata ji's song. So
Wow.
it was not surprised, shocked actually, and they didn't know how to react. But my mom took it very, very positively, and she knew that it's serious. It's not just child's play. So I'm really happy that my parents were very very supportive. क्योंकि हालांकि कोई कनेक्शन नहीं था म्यूजिक से, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने ऐसे नहीं लिया कि नहीं नहीं ये हमारी फैमिली में म्यूजिक से कोई भी नहीं गया, तो you should also not go. And I think one of the biggest decision for them was to shift all over, completely to Mumbai. They left everything in Indore and they came here just because of my career. So I think अगर पेरेंट्स सपोर्टिव होते हैं तो आपकी 90% जर्नी तो वहीं पे आसान हो जाती है.
I think they deserve a huge shout out for that, especially your mother, because I think mothers have this they can foresee things. I mean कि उनका बच्चा या फिर what their child can do the best. I think they can foresee that. Mothers have that ability, which is why they're the best in the world. So I think a huge shout out to your mother and your parents. Have supported you throughout, because otherwise probably the country would have missed out on a good talent. Palak, tell me something. It's you said that you've always got that support from family, but there are a lot of aspiring singers out there, who just dream to be like you, who don't have that background, who don't have that connection, that filmy connection, which we say, right? But when they look up to people like you or others who have also made it on their own, they get a feeling that अगर ये लोग कर सकते हैं तो हम लोग भी कर सकते हैं. Family support is important, as you said. You got that family support since the beginning, but a lot of people don't get that. So what would be your message to those girls and guys who are also equally talented? They feel that they can probably do something, but they're probably not getting that support from the family. What do you think is the solution to this problem?
I would like to tell the parents to let
Yeah.
them बिकॉज इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जैसे आपने अपनी ज़िंदगी में सारे फैसले लिए हैं, अगर आपका बच्चा टैलेंटेड है और अगर उसे विश्वास है, उसमें पैशन है, लगन है, तो आई थिंक एक चांस तो ज़रूर देना चाहिए. बट आई वुडेंट से कि यू गो एंड फॉलो योर ड्रीम्स ब्लाइंडली बिकॉज सपने सच होते हैं, ऑल ऑफ दैट. आई एम लिटिल प्रैक्टिकल पर्सन एंड आई वुड लाइक टू टेल बिकॉज जैसे कि आपने शुरुआत में ही कहा था दैट दिस इज अ वेरी अनसर्टन एंड वेरी अनप्रिडिक्टेबल करियर. बहुत सारे करियर्स ऐसे होते हैं. सो अनलेस यू आर श्योर ऑफ योर सेल्फ एंड मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंटली अनलेस यू आर प्रिपेयर्ड, डोंट कम हियर बिकॉज देयर इज ह्यूज कॉम्पिटिशन एंड यू हैव टू प्रूव योर सेल्फ ऑल ओवर अगेन. यस, बी प्रिपेयर्ड. अपना रियाज कीजिए, अच्छे से तैयारी कीजिए. जब आप श्योर हो तभी आप आइए. Also, when your parents are asking you to follow another career, it may be because of more financial security or more assurance or less uncertainty. So just complete your education. That's very important. तो अपनी पढ़ाई करके को तसल्ली देते कि हमें जॉब तो मिल ही जाएगा if this doesn't work. I think then won't be having any problem. So
I think
always
you're summed up. I think you summed it up very beautifully because you not only mentioned the points which the people and as parents need to keep in mind, with respect to preparation is a very good point that you mentioned, that you should not come without having entire preparation. And no matter where you do whatever you have done in the past, it doesn't matter. Mumbai, in a city like Mumbai, you got to start from the scratches. So I think very good and pertinent points mentioned out there, and I'm pretty sure. I hope that all the parents or all the young ones who are watching, who want to be like Palak, and they want to go out there and become an achiever in their life as well. I hope you're taking down the points and you are going ahead in that direction. Palak, thank you so much for joining me in this conversation. It's a pleasure talking to you. And Jane Dene Ke Pehle, before I can let you go, it's a request, and you know what kind of request is coming your way. Probably you get that hint. Any song you sang that randomly, you went on stage and sang a Lata Mangeshkar ji ka song over there. You can sing that. You can sing any other song. Do line before you leave. It is a must.
Okay, then I'll sing a song which is, I think, there are so many Palkians over here, so it's their favorite song.
Yeah,
So,
please.
तू आता है सीने में, जब जब सांसें भरती हूँ, तेरे दिल की गलियों से मैं हर रोज गुजरती हूँ, हवा के जैसे चलता है तू, मैं रेत जैसी उड़ती हूँ, कौन तुझे यूं प्यार करेगा जैसे मैं करती हूँ। हाँ, हाँ,
My mother used to tell me this thing that, I mean, whenever you hear a song, and your eyes close apne aap, that means you're feeling that song. And I think that is that one emotion which all your fans, all your admirers, whoever loves your singing, they feel. And, automatic ho jata hai. वो आप करते नहीं हो, plan करके वो automatically हो जाता है. Thank you so much for entertaining us in this, short, crisp conversation. I hope you had a good time. I
yes,
wish you all the best for whatever that you do in the future. I hope you stay safe during the lockdown. It's a difficult time going on. But I hope that once the lockdown ends, we can meet each other on person and we can do some good, interesting interactions. Thank you so much, Palak.
I
Bye, bye, bye.